Hello, hello, hello. I have some big breaking news coming out of Pennsylvania and also out of Iowa. Something strange is going on. All of the polling, all of the betting websites, all of the media, they're all shifting towards Kamala Harris in what seems to be a setup to depress Republicans so that they don't go to the polls and artificially inflate Kamala, making this look like a tighter race than it really is. I want to keep today's broadcast short, but I'm going to hit you with 5 or 6 really big stories that the mainstream media isn't giving enough attention to in the last 24 hours. I would ask that you share this video with family and friends, and please hit that like button so that we can hijack the algorithm here on YouTube and Rumble. All right, let's jump into this first big story. As you can see here on my screen, Pennsylvania Supreme Court rules in GOP favor. Now, for the previous 48 hours, Democrats have been bragging about how a court overturned a ruling that the GOP wanted, where badly dated ballots, undated ballots, or late dated ballots would be thrown out in Pennsylvania. Well, last minute, a judge in Pennsylvania decided that he was going to shake things up and allow, in the name of democracy, allow bad dates, no dates, late date votes to come in. Well, late Friday, the Supreme Court stepped in, and the lead person there said, absolutely not. You cannot disrupt democracy by allowing bad dates, no dates, and late dates to vote in the American election. That is breaking the law. And so what I've noticed is the mainstream media, they're not updating this story. They're just allowing it out there so that people will believe that the GOP has been crushed in Pennsylvania. But from what I'm reading right now, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, in a last-minute pro-Trump ruling, has ruled that, yes, the GOP is correct and that those late date, bad date, and no date ballots cannot be counted in the 2024 presidential election. All right, now let me show you the next big story that I think is very strange, and we need to look into that. Out of nowhere, last night, a breaking bombshell story came out that suddenly Kamala Harris is scheduled to win Iowa, which is a bellwether state. Now, what I believe they're trying to do is they're trying to make you believe that Harris has broken through the red wall and that she is going to win the coveted Iowa, which has been a swing state. But ever since Trump got into politics, it's gone more and more red. In fact, at one point, he was up by double digits. Just in September, he was +4. And then last night, boom, Ann Selzer of the Seltzer poll drops this story that Kamala Harris is suddenly, magically, unexpectedly winning in Iowa. Now, I think that this is a fake story in order to scare Republicans not to get out and vote. They need Iowa desperately, but Trump needs Iowa desperately as well. So multiple mainstream media are putting out this poll that suddenly, you can see over here on the right, Harris edges Trump in Iowa poll. There's another one. It's trending. This topic is trending right now, but I don't believe it's true, because guess what? All of the other polls still show Donald Trump with a double-digit lead. Has that lead shrunk? Yes, but a double-digit lead, and now suddenly the mainstream media and the left-leaning pollsters are trying to convince the American people that she is going to win Iowa. Why would they do that? Are they creating a narrative so that they can pump votes that way? Or are they trying to use scare tactics so the good people of Iowa won't get out and vote for family, freedom, and faith? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I wanted to show that to you because I think it's actually a really big deal. All right, now sticking with election news, this is a name that you have probably heard. Election guru Nate Silver accuses pollsters of putting finger on the scale to keep the presidential race close. Now, why would they do that? This guy is neither pro-Trump nor pro-GOP. In fact, a lot of the right-leaning pollsters, they tried to discredit him because he is center-left. Now, what he is saying is that he believes that they are taking money from the Democrat Party and that they are using recycled information, that they are leaning further into Democrat-heavy areas in order to get Democrat-heavy results. And he says, I believe that you guys are lying. He says that this is something called herding, which is cheating, where you basically, you up the amount of people that you're polling as Democrats. So more Democrats is going to result in what? More Democrat results. And he said is on purpose, that they are trying to make people believe that this is going to go in the Democrats' favor. He's saying that his model is showing that Donald Trump has a 55% chance of winning. Yet a lot of these polls are now showing that it's within 1. He's saying, how can you over and over again do polling results that shows within 1 when all of the polling data that suggests Trump is actually dominating, that he is leading a much stronger election campaign than Kamala Harris? So let me know your thoughts. He is saying that, again, they are hurting. They are trying to get more Democrat answers so that they can show higher Democrat results. And this whole thing is in order to make it look like the two are in a deadlock, when really the data favors Donald Trump as winning, specifically winning in the Electoral College. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of this story that's coming out from pollster Nate Silver, where he says these people are being dishonest and they are absolutely trying to rig the polling data for Democrats? Again, I think this whole thing is about scaring Republicans. Listen, we're within about 48 hours of knowing who could be president of the United States of America. And they know, oh crap, this is the first time that Republican men are really heavily voting in the mail, early voting, ballot dropping. Also, this is the strongest Republicans have ever voted early, and they still have a huge percentage of votes that prefer to vote in person, according to polling data. Most Republicans still plan to vote. This means that things are overwhelmingly in favor of Donald Trump. And that's terrifying them, right? So the only thing they can do is to use scare tactics so that you won't go out and vote, right? So they're trying to scare you that, oh, he's already losing. He's going to lose key swing states like Arizona and Iowa, when in fact, he's trending in Virginia. He's trending in Nevada. He's trending in New Hampshire. These are states that would be an absolute game changer. But I believe he's absolutely hands down going to win the state of Iowa. But again, let me know your thoughts on Nate Silver's comments. Okay, another story that I wanted to go through with you is Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was on the comedy show Saturday Night Live. And from everything that I'm reading, she didn't do a very good job. Yeah, she got some laughs. It was all scripted, but they used an old skit that she was comfortable with. And now her election team may actually be in big trouble. There's a massive lawsuit that is starting to brew. Essentially, during a presidential election, if you bring somebody on that is running for president under equal time rules on American radio or American television, you must give the opposite political candidate equal time. Well, that didn't happen, right? SNL waited to the very last moment in order to bring Kamala Harris on, but it violates the equal time rule under American radio and television rules. So now you have Republicans that are mad about this. You have Democrats saying, oh, wait a minute. Actually, I do think she has broken a major law. And you have the entire Trump legal team looking into whether they can sue. So even if Trump were to lose or something, I mean, this could be a massive lawsuit against Saturday Night Live and the TV station that carries their broadcasting. But this is major cheating. This is major cheating in order to get tens of millions of views last minute, but they did not follow the equal protection time rule. And, you know, so this is not good. And I think it could end up being something that gets her in trouble. All right. Now, the last thing I want to point out to you is last minute, Kamala Harris diverted all of her plans and her airplane to fly into New York City. So this last minute opportunity to get tens of millions of views in a scripted, Kamala friendly environment pops up. What does she do? She breaks all of her plans and they redirect their airplane to New York City. And she does the show, right? Well, this is proof. This is 100% proof that at any time she could have stopped what she was doing and gone on the Joe Rogan podcast. Remember how they kept lying? She's too busy. She doesn't have time. She keeps her obligations, unlike Donald Trump. Well, guess what? She could have gone on there. The truth is, she could not have handled being questioned for over 3 hours. She had to go to Saturday Night Live, where every single word would be scripted for her. Every single person there would be a cheerleader of Kamala Harris. Nobody is going to do anything that would blow wind against her. Everything was in her favor. So, I mean, it's just proof that she is a liar, that she is a coward, that she cannot do the tough things. So you can't even sit with Joe Rogan, who promised to be friendly. He even listed the questions that he wanted to discuss with you. And we're supposed to have confidence that you can go up against Vladimir Putin and end this war with Ukraine. 1 million people are dead because of this war and Joe Biden. And now suddenly you're going to have the courage and the respect to go speak with Vladimir Putin. You're going to have the courage to go up against Iran and the Ayatollah, who just announced in the last 24 hours that they're going to hit Israel with so many bombs, it would be like breaking their teeth. You're going to go up against China and the secret war that the United States is in with China, an economic war where we risk losing the dollar as the world reserve currency. We risk losing the oil production and also the global commerce. All of those things are at risk. So just a quick reminder, if you're voting for Kamala Harris, you're voting for the military-industrial complex, the Dick Cheney war machine, Big Pharma, Big Food, which we now know is poisoning us thanks to RFK Jr., and the Hollywood elites, the people that rub shoulders with Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy. But if you vote for Donald Trump, you're getting J.D. Vance, Byron Donalds, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., Tucker Carlson, Vivek Ramaswamy, and on and on and on. All right, now, lastly, Michigan top leaders of the Muslim faith are calling on all Muslims nationwide and Arab Americans nationwide to vote for Donald J. Trump. This Muslim leader up in Michigan says, because of your faith and your family in the Middle East, you must vote for Donald Trump. Unlike George W. Bush, who hurt the Middle East, Donald Trump wants to heal the Middle East. He wants to end the war. He's against the death, and he wants desperately to reestablish the Abraham Accords, which brought peace between the Muslims and the Jews in Israel. And so he is saying, if you want to avoid another bloody war in the Middle East and protect your family, you must vote for Donald J. Trump. All right, let me tell you something really quickly. Christmas is just around the corner, and I want to tell you about Mr. 1920 soap. If you use code AMAZING in the link down below, you're going to get 15% off. Buy these in bulk and then use that. It makes these incredibly affordable. Let me tell you, these are my favorite stocking stuffers to give out at Christmas. Are you Jewish? These would make a great Hanukkah gift. Are you Muslim? These would make a great December gift, right? They smell amazing. This black soap smells like the cleanest thing you've ever smelled. That activated carbon, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so clean. You also have one of my favorite, oat milk and honey. It smells like brown sugar. It is so delicious. Also, for the men, bourbon barrel. This won't make you want to drink more, but it will make you want to bathe more. It's really great. And my wife, Casey, swears that Mr. 1920 soap has left her face more youthful and soft. And it's just because of the natural ingredients in it, it's just an amazing soap. Also, during COVID, I started using it and my hands, they were all cracked from washing them so much. Now I have incredibly soft hands, right? Not on the front because I'm a hard worker, but on the back, I don't have those cracking knuckles. And we're heading into winter where I normally have cracked knuckles. Now, I'm going to leave that down below so that you can go on and check out the different scents that they have so that you can check out the different deals. But they are amazing. Mr. 1920 soap, use code AMAZING for 15% off. I love them. I've been using them every day for over 4 years. And that is the absolute truth. Go check out Mr. 1920 soap. Use code AMAZING down below. All right, final story, and then I will let you go. Donald Trump ended his rally in North Carolina by saying this: I have come today with a message of hope for all Americans. With your vote, I will end inflation. I will stop the massive invasion of criminals into our country, and I will bring back the American dream. If you believe he's telling the truth, I want you to type Y in the chat right now. I do believe he'll do everything he can to end inflation. He'll do everything he can to end the invasion of our country funded by you and me, the American taxpayer. And I believe he will do everything to bring pride back to America so that our children and grandchildren can live the American dream. Hey, I love you guys so much. Give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, stay amazing, and I will